Faith Evans. Yeah, love
I like it.
this
I like it. Blessed.
That's for the 2090s heads.
And now we feel old.
Yeah.
No, we're looking through our wedding playlist, and they're all coming up on that. All that type of stuff is exactly what's hitting nice.
It's nostalgia nights.
Yeah, because you got to keep it like not PG, but you got to be like tame. You know?
Are we gonna get Craig's mixtapes?
No, it won't be my legit mixtape.
I was like, yo, I know this one.
Nah. I mean, you will know it because it's like top 40, but for like
I would
90s
lose my
hip hop and
mind.
like R&B. You know what I mean?
If you grabbed the mic and started spitting a solid set, your whole crew
Drop
comes,
a 16 real
your
quick.
boys come out of the woodwork.
Your
Everybody's
gift is like my mixtape. Like
looking like Bone Thugs, but Reservoir Dogs.
that would be pretty dope though. That would be a good intro.
Yeah,
I'll lip sync. We'll lip sync some sick shit. You know what I mean? Something smooth. But I see every video I saw. My girl's been on a tear of watching like TikToks and like Pinterest and everything wedding related, and everyone's rocking shades. Every single every groom intro, bridal party intro.
Is it just a groom or everybody? Like everybody, the whole party?
No, just the broom, the broom, just the groom and the bridal set. They're rocking their shades when they come in on some sick shit. You know what I mean, for their intros.
Oh,
my boy's wedding did the same thing. Him and the grooms came out.
Craig, what's your stand on intros? Are
I'm
you fine with just? You're talking about the hall, like when you go
when they
into,
introduce
after the ceremony,
the
coming
parties.
into the room.
Yeah.
What's your song, right? So you're gonna pick 2 songs for the party and one for you?
Yeah. Me and my girl got one picked out. I think. I don't know if we're gonna be set
I would like
on
to
it.
spoil it and ask you what it is now. You're allowed to say
you gotta
no, I
hold
can't
that.
tell
You gotta hold that.
It's Shania Twain. No, that's the dance. It's Rocky.
I was very surprised. I'll tell you that much. I was very surprised on the compromise we managed to meet up on
Don't
because
tell me it's
I'm
Pump It
hyped
Up.
for it. No, that would be fucking jokes. So could you imagine? Oh shit, it's Joe Budden.
I'm running through my mind. I want to have some fun with this. Okay, I'm nominating Players Anthem.
That would be sick too. Nope.
Something Biggie.
Nope.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, so you're down country. It's not hip hop.
It's not country. It's not hip hop.
Nope. So it's a mesh. It's a mix of 2 genres.
So it's Linkin Park and Hove.
That would be pretty sick,
Linkin
though,
Park,
actually.
so I'm
Smoke
there.
machines on.
And I love Hove.
That's
there.
okay. See, we're brainstorming right now because nothing's official till it's official. You know what I'm saying?
So you're on board. You're liking the vibe.
I like the intros.
Yeah.
I like it. I
never pegged you for that. I thought you'd be a little bit more like.
I'll be very reserved.
Okay.
But I have to accept that it's my night too. I have to let loose.
You're
I cannot
also doing
be
this
all wound up and be one of those. You know, like that would just be disappointing to myself. If I looked back on it, I cannot look back on this night with any regret.
There's a lot of pressure on everybody outside who's not getting married besides yourself to me, I can get you fucked up. I want you to somehow be coherent.
You have to survive. I had my I don't even know what you call it. I had a get together where I asked I asked Shades to be my best man, and I talked to a couple of the men who were going to be groomsmen and shit.
Yeah.
I got fucking liquored up 2 times, bro.
So
I was the first one in bed. Next day was a write-off. I texted you last week and I was like, yo, I can't roll. So at first I was like, I'm just recovering, right?
Yeah.
And after that, it was like, no, confirmed. Like, I'm not coming.
Guys, as you hear to hear, Craig was stuck in Coachella. It was a Coachella Burning Man.
Burning Man.
Craig was stuck in
the mud.
Man, stuck in the mud. But he's a true burner. He was fine with it. He's like, this is what it's about, us being here, stuck out here in the elements, relying on ourselves, and maybe not showering for a couple days.
Pushing our limits.
You know
That's
what?
It's
That's
all
what it's about.
Deodorant. What? Ladies and gentlemen, it is episode 52 of the Hidden Six podcast.
Yes, sir.
It's your boy, Space Boy Elroy, here with the man, the myth, the motherfucking legend, Mr. Zane.
What's up, guys?
Run the intro. Yes, sir. So it's been a busy couple weeks otherwise. I also went to the CNE. I don't know if you got a chance to check it out.
I got invited twice.
Okay.
one was a call at 8 in the morning saying, "Hey, come to the CNE," and I'm like,
That's a little early.
It was a little.
Daytime CNE is weird. I went for the daytime this time. I prefer the night.
A lot of people start doing like after 5.
That's where
But
you
that
get in
day
half
was
price.
hot, but I already had an event I had to do with my boy.
He's a busy man.
Yeah, so
He's a
did
busy
that
man.
instead. And
He's a busier man.
there's nothing I could have done.
That's
my
okay.
kid went. Apparently, she didn't go on the rides because she's like, her crew didn't want to wait because the line was too long. And I'm like,
At the X, eh?
it's a thing you have to decide. If I'm gonna go somewhere, you gotta take an L.
Yeah.
You gotta even you're going because there's two. For people who don't know, the CNE is our Coney Island.
Yeah, that's a good way of putting it.
Right?
It's our once in a year fair.
Yeah, it's not Disneyland level. It's not Six Flags.
Correct.
It's not none of that.
It's not your
theme
local
park.
fair, but
Right,
it's
yeah.
just a touch above that.
It's above the Carnival.
Touch above that.
It's a 5 stars.
But it's
4
got
stars
all of
above.
that included for sure, for sure. Basically, if you're looking for wacky food to eat, that's your spot. If you're looking for mediocre rides, that's your spot. If you're looking for a little home show or like a kind of a flea market booth vibe, that's your
got
spot.
someone on
You
the
can do a
inside
little bit of
too.
everything while you're there, you know?
I heard someone died. So if you're into dead bodies and at public events, this is definitely the place. Because when I heard it, it was kind of weird because I'm like, is this the first time?
It sounds like it. It almost does. I think it's the first time that it was like not violence related.
Okay, which is true.
I guess
'cause
that's
usually
why
kids
you would
get
hear
kinda
about
bumped.
it the
And
same
I
way.
didn't see any videos of kids running
No.
like lemons for no reason.
You don't see nothing crazy.
I was going to say, so I guess it was a good year for the X.
I mean, I'm just happy that it was able to stick around. There were talks about canceling it. For those of you outside of Canada, Ontario, this is a big deal for us. This is something of ours to call our own.
Yeah, I think everybody has a right to go once. The first time I went, I was good until I got in the elevator back when I got home. And that was the last ride.
Oh, this guy had a fucking day.
I hit the garbage chute.
Damn.
Which I was happy.
You made it.
Yeah.
That counts. That counts. I went to this one spot in the craft building, and they had this local hot sauce guy. And
Craig's Heaven.
me and him got into a little, not a beef, but
Wow.
because you know what? It was my fault. I didn't introduce myself properly.
Okay.
So I was like, oh, these are pretty sick sauces. And I seen one, and it was just like, I forget what it was called, but it was that hot shit. You know, it was like, don't touch this, you know?
Yeah.
I'm like, yo, let me get a sample of that. And he's like, nah, buddy, let's work our way up. He's like, I'll tell you what. He's like, I'll give you habanero and we'll work our way up. And if you really want it after a certain amount, we'll do it. I'm like, all right, bet. Habanero, boom, down the hatch, boom. Yo, where's your scorpion sauce?
Did you rush through it just to get to that shit?
Nah.
Because if you guys, for those who do know, whoever
clearly he didn't know.
that Craig's
Fucking
a bit of
asshole.
a hot sauce connoisseur.
Fucking
Every
guy.
time he comes here, I try to challenge his palate, and I'll just come up. I'm gonna just dropping like little drops of cyanide soon, just to see if this is a hint of arsenic in this or something.
Very bold
mercury,
flavor,
right? Just to
right now,
test
you
him
couldn't
out.
even tell because I'm so beat red and burnt right now that you wouldn't even
boy-
tell if it's the heat or if it's the heat. You know?
Guys, your boy's been working hard. Man.
Oh Jesus! I
Hats
don't
to
even
you,
want to.
man.
I'm too tired to even discuss what I did today. Honestly,
Yeah. No, I don't want you to relive it because then you're just gonna start feeling the weight of it. Craig met up with his hot sauce guy, and apparently it was like a showdown.
So okay,
'Cause he was like the Crocodile Dundee of hot sauce. He's a Merlin.
he's a
of hot
fuck boy of hot sauces. Let me get into this. So start with the habanero, all good. Yo, I see your scorpion. Let me try the scorpion sauce. Scorpion sauce was almost on point. It was very close to what some of you guys have brought from back home. The few times I've tried the scorpion sauces, very close, really good, nice, spicy, obviously.
Yeah.
I'm like, yo, where's your ghost pepper sauce? He's like, oh, we sold out. So how are we building up at this point? So where do we go from here, fam?
Craig got blue balls.
Okay. So what about the hot shit that you promised me? Oh, you don't want that. Oh, I put Carolina Reaper and I put this and I put
He's talking you out of it.
Now it was fucking. I saw it. He's like, he showed me the bottle and he's like, you see how this one's clear and just a sauce? I'm like, yeah. He's like, you see this one? How it looks like there's fucking gold flakes floating around it. He's like, that's all seeds. Like it was hot, but
The seeds are scary because if they get lodged, if they don't travel.
oh, you could
through
have a problem. And he's
Yeah.
in all honesty, he's like, you know, people puke. He's like, I've seen people try it, and like, I don't know if you want to walk down that
I
road.
think he was just like, yeah.
So I'm like, all right, how much the bottle?
Craig
He's like,
looks so disappointed.
so I'm like, how much the bottle? He's like, $30. I'm like,
damn.
no, and you're not gonna give me the sample. Like, you just talked yourself out of it, buddy. I'm not even buying your scorpion sauce now. I'm not buying your
You
aioli.
knocked everything over.
You just fucked the whole display. No. So I walked out. You know, got some free caramel at the old fudge pot.
Craig's like pouty. Craig's like, fine, I'll go get the caramel.
So then I tried street corn ice cream, which was actually really good.
Street corn
flavored ice cream. So it was basically vanilla ice cream with a dash of like somehow corn flavoring. And they put all the spices that they put on the street corn, like street corn, like corn on the cob.
Oh
no, it was good. I'm telling you, I was surprised, very surprised.
I'm always worried
with
about ice cream leaning over into like heavy foods, like
they
like
don't
food.
They don't overpower it.
Right?
So like last year I had the ketchup ice cream, but it's very subtle. I bought a stack of fries. It was blessed. So this one was actually really good.
You ate fries with hold on.
I eat fries with like Frosties or like
fries with
sweet
the
and
ketchup
salty
ice cream.
Yes, I did. I did that. It was delicious. The street corn ice cream was really good. I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. Not gonna lie. I had a watermelon burger where the buns were watermelons. They put balsamic dressing on it. People out there, you know, if you tried it, I'm sorry, you're never gonna get that $20 back. For anybody who would like to try it, go to your local store, buy a watermelon, buy some burger patties.
They didn't cure the watermelon at all. It was just like
it was straight watermelon, just thick slices
with your burger,
with a burger,
and like
they had feta, but I'm not a cheese guy, so I told them no feta. I probably ruined it. Yeah, it was meh, very border. It was very mid. It was just like, it was a burger between two pieces of watermelon, just like you'd expect. There was no flavor burst. There was no.
Why are we not at these festivals?
I feel like that one was such a cash grab, though.
Better.
I honestly, what I regret not trying was a funnel cake chicken sandwich, where the bun was a funnel cake.
Hey,
that sounded pretty good.
That's like waffle chicken setup.
I should have got that.
I'm a purist. I am a first and only waffle ice cream survivor. That's it.
You bucks with those,
That's all I
love those.
And the waffle ice cream was like the first thing ever invented, right? But after that, I don't mess it. But back to your chip thing with your hot sauce stuff. Somebody did die from one of those hot
the Pacquiao one chip challenge. I saw that. He was like a 14-year-old or something.
Yeah, they're trying to sue them for just these chips being that deadly, right?
Nah,
I've oftentimes really thought about getting to you.
Yeah. I think that would hit. That would hit hard.
I was trying to get it to you, but
they're expensive, eh?
I was willing, Craig. It's crossed my mind a million times.
Nah, you do it with me?
Of course not.
This guy just wants to see me suffer.
But after I see people throw up and like call the cops on themselves, hallucinate.
That bottle of licks is going over my head. It's not in my head.
Pouring it through his ear.
Bro, I don't know. That does test the limits for sure. But shout out to all my foodies. Shout out to everyone who's got to see the CNE. Yeah, we'll see you next year. We'll go again. I've been there. I think I'm on my 4th year straight now, minus the pandemic. So, minus Oh Boy and their plans. But that's all good. That's all good. Listen, we got a packed show for y'all. We need to wet our whistle real quick. I think it's important that we stay hydrated. We had a heat wave.
Cheers to everyone out there.
It's back to school. People be learning and shit.
It's still hot. Places are still getting flooded.
Places on fire.
Landslide.
Earthquakes.
Thoughts and prayers to Morocco. Just got hit with a 6.8 earthquake.
That's brutal.
Morocco is a very old place. City. Ancient cities. And so their structures were on.
The infrastructure ain't built for that.
It's more cultural. Yeah. So it's just they get hit the hardest. The last earthquake killed even more. When they had it was a long time ago, right? So just thoughts and prayers out there, people out there. It's just when you see these numbers of casualties and deaths, it's so high. It's just mind-boggling, right?
And it's not just another day, but it's common down there. Toronto, y'all lucky, man. Believe me, we're blessed to be out here because we are subject to probably the least amount of natural disasters, like the great power outage of whatever year it was, 2000 something, if that.
And that was a vibe.
Yeah, it was pretty sick, right?
That was a vibe.
It was pretty sick. I think we talked about that before.
Yeah, that was
probably our worst natural disaster.
One tornado
in
downtown, and they bought some shoes and left.
You know, like Front Street's flooded. Don't go to Queens Quay. You're like, oh, okay, like fuck.
Most disasters we get is falling glass.
Yeah,
from the condos.
True.
Falling glass from the condos. Going into sports has started up.
Yeah, this is a perfect
NFL.
Yeah,
everything's back, going strong, and I'm getting my love for sports again. Maybe because of you, I don't know what it is.
You got to get rejuvenated. You know what I mean?
What it is, right?
For me, okay. As far as Toronto sports go, I'm not super hype right now. I'm not gonna lie. Sports in general.
So you weren't when I thought about the Jays in this wild card thing. I thought, I'm like, oh, Craig should be cool. Craig should be, yeah. But Craig's like, no. You understand the wild card means like you really don't deserve
it's a participation ribbon.
Oh, no.
And it's just a chance for you to shit the bed in one final game. Like when they did it last year, it was like, I don't even know what to fucking say at this point. I was so fucking lost for words with what they did. And then there's like, I didn't think like, oh, next year's going to be different.
Yeah.
Because the division's always what it is. I've talked about this before. But I'm more upset at the fact that we're teetering in and out of the wild card position. That's actually what's pissing me off the most.
We're always contending for that. That's our championship. That's our chip.
I'm cool with being like front runner for the wild card, no prob. But it seems like right now you're like, dude, like all this money being spent, all this hype on our rotation, all of this, and you guys are going to miss by like one game like a couple of years ago. Like, bro, what's going on with you? Now, they do have a shit ton of injuries. I mean, there are a few players that haven't been in, and they're very crucial to our lineup. We made a few good trades and a not-so-good trade. They had this man they called the Walking Strikeout, who the Jays have already released, and I think it was a matter of like 2 months that we had him.
Strikeout.
This man...
So did he have that? Did he have...
His batting average was
he had that name before.
No.
So he got that name with us.
He got that here.
Is that worse? That's worse.
He's not doing
us
too
picking
well.
him up with the name.
He's not doing too well. At least he didn't hear, man. This guy went like he went like 1 for 34 or some crazy stat. His batting average was like 0.0 something.
So you're saying you would have got a piece of ball,
bro? I probably would have done better. No lie. You would have done better. I would have done better.
That's
goddamn. But yeah, I mean. The funny thing with the Jays, the gift and the curse, when our bats are hot, our pitching shit. When our pitching's hot, our bats are shit. Right now, our pitching is surprisingly doing well. Our bats are trash.
We had when you had our pitching doing good. It was
Roy Halladay, dog. All day. But we've had a couple others. My favorite after post Roy Halladay wasn't here long. Rest in peace. Was Mark Burley, who was he was pretty sick, man. Burley was hurling, buddy. And fuck, man. You never know how it's gonna work, right? Last year we have the sickest ace who's a rookie, this, that, and the third. This year the man's in the minors. He can't find his strike zone. He's not confident. God knows what's up. Like sports injuries sometimes can be very funny. Meaning that like outside of like the severe ones, they're like doing the most random tests. They're like, you hear on the radio.
Yeah, baseball, especially baseball.
Baseball especially.
Injuries are always like,
it's a blister. It's a, it's
a strain. It's something that's
so-and-so, our top ace is at the eye doctor. We really don't know what's wrong. It could be fucking neurological disorder. It could just be a shaken confidence. Like, I hope he gets it back.
When you say shaken confidence, that's the worst part.
That happens to be all the time. They talk about that so much. I listen to sports radio almost every day.
When some sports like this guy has to have surgery.
Oh, fam.
And he's out for 3 months.
Right.
Yeah.
Whereas this is like, oh, he's really just not feeling himself, Jim. He's done a terrible job, but
been in a slump lately.
Oh, fuck's sakes.
Okay, who else is still in a slump? The Raptors' hopes of getting a championship this year.
Man, for this year?
For this year.
Oh, Jesus.
Because my phone would like blow up.
I didn't bring enough alcohol for this thing. I'm sorry.
I keep getting these like these fake out updates where they just everything's clickbait now.
Yeah.
And I didn't know the sports world did that.
Big time. Reports. Terrible. The word report in a sports world. They talk to like the janitor.
Raptors throwing everything in the kitchen sink to get Dame Dollar.
Oh,
and then as I opened the article, they were like, Dame
he does not want to play here.
I want to play in Miami.
He doesn't want to play here. I know, but that would be so sick, bro.
I'm 4 paragraphs in.
That would be so dope, though, like, honestly. I agree with you 100%, but I also wish that he would play for the Raps because he is the exact thing that we need, and he's fucked us over on a couple occasions with a few buzzer beaters. Not in like playoff games, but
yeah, he's a points machine.
Dame deserves to win, man. You got to root for some of these underdogs. Dame been loyal to Portland. He deserves better. Even if he goes
than us, is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Wow.
He does, fam. He does, fam. Trust me. He needs to go to like an immediate contender, but he also fits into the category where he can't join forces with anybody. He's in a tough spot.
Is because of just who he is?
Dame will tarnish his legacy.
He wouldn't even want a number 2.
He would be better off going no ring and lining up with guys like Charles Barkley or who else?
Would that just like put teams on there? Were just franchise. They were the team.
They never won because of someone else. Okay. So right now, LeBron is like one of the elites. Curry's one of the elites where lots of teams could have, should have, would have.
The team would shut it down.
Oh, but then you lose all respect. You can't be like a Durant. if that makes sense.
I think people.
Dame needs to be like Kawhi, almost like, you know, Kawhi goes to the Clippers and says, build my team around me. Dame cannot join forces with a Kawhi, with a LeBron, with a Curry.
Okay. Dame will say build a team around him.
He got to do it around him.
But if he's building a team around him, is he?
He's not the sellout. See, that's the thing. You're not the sellout when you build a team around you. You're the sellout when you join the built team.
Yeah.
Right? So let's look at a
Dame's
sellout.
not staying there for like 3 years, bro.
No, for sure.
Man.
But let's look at like Chris Bosh.
Dude, what's in Miami? Is it because it's Miami?
I don't know.
Because
Miami's
these guys go
there,
down
though.
there and they party?
No.
I don't care. It's party, bro. It's because they go party.
Miami is like a contender, right? They are really. Like, they went deep. They were in the finals this year, so how could you not want to go there?
Team.
But they're going to lose a lot of people, too. So,
they wanted to give up. I think I heard they give up the janitor. I heard they give up a lot of people to try and... But I think they kind of like forego it because he doesn't want to...
Bro,
Could you imagine you on the team being Scotty Barnes?
Yeah.
The articles are either A... Can he carry the team? Or
Right.
B, he's going to get traded with everybody else for superstar player.
We have already shown our trump cards with Kawhi, bro. Like, they were so like, we'll shovel your driveway, free food for life, new Kawhi tax in Toronto.
What did we offer some shit?
We would have done it,
I think I told him I'll cook us some free lunch. I'll come walk still on rest. It's still on the table. It's still on the table.
But we've already shown our weakness.
Craig's like, nah.
We played that too early, bro, because he dipped anyways. And we are not recovering from it, fam.
Our weed and
We're
leave,
not recovering
and
from this.
He didn't even leave a drink. He
No.
took his liquor too.
Any superstar that comes to us now knows that we will bend over backwards outside of just the NBA.
We're easy.
Nah, yo, this city, you will get like the key to the city. You will be like honorary mayor. You can fucking do whatever
That's
the
one
fuck you
thing,
want.
Which
you know
is
what
weird.
I mean?
The other teams,
Yo, trust
you guys
me.
gotta recognize you come here, you get title King of the North.
Yes.
Granted, every year somebody else get that.
Yes.
But listen, man, you're in great company. You're in great company.
It's not looking good.
And when you're walking road up here, nobody bothers you.
No.
You might get a 1-2. It's probably just kids.
Yep.
It'll be kids, and then you'll be like, "Oh, I get it."
Everyone's showing love.
Right? But it's more like we, as one thing, a lot of celebrities will even admit that Toronto has just a chill vibe and a respectable space vibe for
It's a culture.
Yeah.
You join a culture.
It's not as crazy.
But see, here's the problem, right? Now, like, you play stepdaddy, right? You come to Toronto Raptors, you know, it's one thing to go to a city. Trust, it's one thing to go to a city and be like, yo, I got Texas on my back.
Yeah.
Right? No, I got Dallas because there's two teams. There's Houston and there's Dallas. No, I got Dallas on my back. You go to LA, oh, I got Lakers on my back. You come here, you're like, I have Canada. Like, you have a lot more kids than you anticipated to take care of.
Yo, I came for a team and I came to
you
be
know,
the prime minister.
Yeah, and you got paid well. Don't get me wrong.
interested.
You know, like, we put up our end of the bargain. You know, our single mom of the Toronto Raptors is like taking care of her own.
Yeah.
But you got a lot more than you bargained for, son, and it's a commitment that
okay.
you may not
So
have
it's
been
like
ready
you show
to
up,
take.
Mom's fine, but she got 6 ratty ass kids.
Right.
You didn't realize all the
And they're
cousins
like-
live here. Yeah, all the
They're all
cousins
grilling,
live here.
fam.
They all. You don't have any space for yourself.
That's
Okay,
it.
I get it.
And that's
Fair
why
enough.
people don't want to come here, and the taxes. But that's another
Fair
story.
enough. But I figured one guy that I'm sure is happy where he is the young man by the name of Joe Burrow.
Joe Burrow
Right?
copped the bag, bro.
Craig, when I saw this kid the first time, he had a little chain, I was like, okay, he's of the generation.
Yes.
He's very much of the era.
Yeah.
Right? So this guy got what, like
2 so okay, it's like 260 or 270 and
Yeah.
211 guaranteed.
Just think about
That word
when I
is a
heard the
big one in the
211
NFL,
guarantee,
bro.
The 211
And it's
alone,
5 years, I think.
yeah, the
5,
211 alone is way more than everybody else.
I don't understand how that works. Does that go right into your bank account when they say guaranteed? Imagine that. Imagine just waking up and like 200 million deposited into your fucking Swiss bank account, like
You can blow 10 mil.
like nothing
Right now in
nothing.
a day?
No, 10 mil? Shit. But yo, well deserved. First
Yeah.
of all, I mean, he was in the Super Bowl.
And I love the fact
Right?
that a team would. I always find it very encouraging for a team to want to invest.
Stick
that
with
much
your
into
boys.
someone.
You know,
You have to feel pride. Like if I'm
the
I'm like, yo,
bro.
you guys investing in me like this,
Right.
Tom Brady, who? But there was a discussion where
Yeah, Tom Brady. What?
I forgot what. I can't remember. What
He's
the
still
full
gonna.
context
People
was.
are still arguing. Is he gonna come off the broadcast station and be like, "Oh, sorry, I got to go throw this fucking 4th and down,"
and come
it's
back?
like, "Oh shit, my team needs me."
Yeah, I don't know. I know what the defense is doing.
They're gonna pay him like 10 mil for that one play,
but
just
he's still
to like.
even in his call when he comes back off the line. No, but I don't.
Shit.
But there was a talk about the difference between not saying that like this is a call he made
For Burrow?
but no, I mean some quarterbacks. What's the difference or star players? The difference between taking less money.
Oh yeah, like
get
Mahomes, team friendly
and
deal.
Brady too, I think, right?
Yeah,
For a couple,
yeah.
taking less money, even if you won championships, to
like,
make sure that you can go out and get
They
the talent
build around you guys, right?
back
Like,
to what you said,
and you
right?
can get. I think every team that wins a Super Bowl gets a bonus. Like all the players get money
Get a
on
little
top
tip.
of it.
and you get to eat McDonald's at the president's house.
Fam, yo, and you got what he said, and you get endorsements. Like when you say less money in a sports world, that phrase just like to me is non-existent. Like I'm not gonna deny.
And then there's why after that.
Yo, I'm not gonna deny that people are putting their bodies on the line. It's not like they don't work hard, and I get all of that, but when you say took a pay cut in a sports world, especially for these like high tier players. Man,
You're fine. You can walk into a restaurant
fam,
and they'll never let you pay.
Come on.
And you can still tip more than the meal.
I took 200 instead of 250 mil. Like, come on, Bridgen.
Nah, I want
Serious?
250.
Yo, even out of your 200 mil, you gave like 100 mil to charity to save on taxes. Let's be honest. Come on now.
I want that 250.
Facts. I would
want that
probably.
250.
But these guys, so there's like the Burrow honestly deserves it. He does. He could potentially win a Super Bowl for the Bengals, and that would be pretty big.
He's definitely gonna.
That would be pretty big.
In my head, I'm like, didn't he get one already?
No, he's not there yet. Not there yet. Well deserved, but at the same time, inflation, right? I guess we could just call it inflation and leave it at that.
Inflation is in everything.
No,
man.
for all us peasants out there, what's 50 mil?
Yes.
What's
Us
50
players,
mil?
man? What's 50
it's
mil?
nothing, right?
Well,
That's nothing now.
Well, back in the 70s.
Oh, geez, buddy. But yeah, even Kansas City, who shit the bed on Sunday or on Thursday night, rather.
Yeah,
sorry,
my
KC.
boy was like, go, Jay.
He went for the Lions?
Go Detroit. Yeah, I'm like, yo, listen, that's the one game. I'm like, Detroit's never a team.
That's it.
Even
Give
when they
them
had
their
Megatron,
moment.
they were never like a team.
Nah.
When you had a literal villain from a kid's cartoon series,
Facts.
that's an interstellar species robot,
Facts.
and you still didn't. Yeah,
They had a receiver who was holding out. So there was a receiver on their team who's been holding out for a better contract. He wants more money. And what you said was Mahomes took a team-friendly deal. Kelsey took a team-friendly deal. This asshole over here is like, nah, I don't want no team-friendly deal, but y'all going to have to pay me.
Yeah.
And he sat out while his team lost in the opening, the NFL opening.
And you
Like,
could imagine
come
where
on,
some
bro.
people were, but you got to get shit. I always say, yo, listen, man, doesn't mean anything.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, in the grand scheme of things.
Yeah,
but like,
it's still preseason, right?
yeah, but you hold out on like fucking desperate teams. These guys ain't desperate, bro. They'll kick your shit to the curb real quick. They'll figure it out. Don't worry, right?
Because a whoop ass is a whoop
Mahomes
ass.
is like 20, what? I don't know, 26 or some shit. Like,
Yeah.
he's got plenty of good years ahead. He don't fucking need you. You might have been in the highlights last year, but it could be me and Zane catching fucking touchdowns, no
I
problem.
think I saw an interview with him talking about he wasn't really thinking about the money. And I'm like, yeah, no shit. 'Cause
Yeah,
he's good. And he's
right.
like, yeah, because he's like, yo, my family's good.
Bro, you're
right
25
now,
with
I could
fucking
I wanna
however much.
focus on getting, like he's trying to win.
Get these chips, bro.
Yeah, and
You're
I like
chasing the
that.
GOAT
I like
title.
That hunger. If I figure out that, yo, I'm good now. I can close my eyes. I can put in work, and you're just gonna get benefits after that. A payout.
My fantasy league, I took Aaron Rodgers as the underdog. He's my backup QB with the Jets. That was a dangerous move, bro.
Green Bay was my team. But
Dangerous
Aaron
move.
Rodgers,
He's gonna
it
be out
wouldn't-
there tripping on ayahuasca, like,
God,
holy shit.
I think he's colorblind. 'Cause
Yo.
the teams are-
I like it. I like it. We went with it.
Craig's like, I'm rolling.
I got Rodgers. I got you, bro.
Craig, no, he's just gonna be like a scarecrow with a hell of a. He's gonna get some clutch plays, but I don't know.
Nah,
man.
I mean backup QB. I said right.
I'm sorry.
Mahomes is the guy.
Rodgers has let
me
me down, bro. I had a lot of faith. Like Giango Messi, Rodgers has just
Green
crushed
Bay.
by-
Green Bay does it to themselves, man. They lost Brett Favre the same way. They just so happened to have Rodgers as a backup.
They had Clay.
Now the man's name is Jordan Love. Rodgers left. They said, Jordan, we love you. You
Let's do
gonna
it
handle the ball. Sports is It's a delicate flower, ain't it, Zane? It's a delicate flower.
But we're here to pick the petals off here.
I like critiquing football the most because I feel like I have nothing invested in it, truthfully.
Coming to outside?
Everyone has to pick a team.
Because I realize when you go into games, like when you go into the Jays or the Leafs, you get a little bit salty.
I get heated. You know what I mean? Whereas I feel like this is like an open roast.
Like me bringing Craig's ex to bring up a conversation they had when they broke off.
Facts.
And he's fully in the conversation.
Look now.
Yeah.
Look at me now.
That was your cat. I said I don't want to take care of the cat.
Yeah, but it is good to see sports thrive, and I hope to catch a few games. I think that the Raps, it's going to be a bottom feeding season. So, Dame, all the best to wherever you choose to go. The fact is, we still got money to throw, which is very good. So one day we will.
But that Kawhi, we made Kawhi did, it was like a last minute thing, no?
Yeah, it was.
It was like down to the wire.
I feel like Masai plays chess, bro.
It wasn't rumored before.
It just worked out.
It came out of nowhere, like left field, right?
Well, the Spurs did most of the work. Not kicking him out, but making him want to leave.
Well, that's the thing. That's where everybody's at.
How often are you going to bank on that, though?
We're giving you sports today, ladies and gentlemen.
Getting into the nitty gritty.
Just look at the same situation with James Harden. With James Harden, when he's like, "Yo, you a goddamn to be saying your boss is a dirty liar."
That's pretty bad.
It's
wild. That's pretty bad.
That's like, yo, I didn't fucking with him,
right? And he's just like, wherever he heard it from, he's like, "What the fuck?" But I think
the NBA slaps peepees for that. The NBA gives you.
They don't play with that shit.
They're not a fan, right?
Now, yeah, that's a bit of a different scenario. I feel like ultimately,
do we want James Harden?
No, he's old, man.
Diva.
Nah, I don't want that.
And our strip club scenes ain't Houston.
He'd probably be, it's not Houston, but I'd say we'd hold up pretty good in that category. I think when the time comes, the Raps will splurge on multiple players. That'll be our day.
So, Craig, not this day.
Nah.
Okay.
But it'll be like, Raps sign XYZ and XYZ and bring in, surrounding talent. And that will be the time when we start to get back in our bag.
You heard it here first.
Yeah, that's my prediction, bro. It's going to be a splash. It's going to be a big splash. Hey, Freddie dipped. He caught a max contract somewhere else. That's a max contract
Pascal
we don't give out.
Is getting paid.
Yeah,
Oh, you don't like that?
I don't know. I honestly don't know how I feel about that. But that's just me.
I got over the attachment to players.
Yes, good.
A long time ago.
Good.
Yeah, that was before like when Casey. When I remember I asked Amit. Remember Amit?
Yeah.
One day I came like, yo, Amit, what are we doing? Amit's like, blow up the whole fucking team.
And they did, and we won.
Legendary.
We sold out.
Amit, shout out to you, bro.
Yeah,
that was a real G, bro. I hope you are out in the cosmos, man. No, real shit, bro. Sometimes you think about people
schooling me on Cormega.
Yeah.
Schooling me on some Cormega. I missed out on that through all of my hip hop, bro. I didn't have no Cormega sprinkled in there, and this guy put me on.
Is you always gotta love the people that there's kind of mild mallard that we speak to and be like, yeah, I killed 50 people, and I'm like,
nah.
Oh my goodness.
We got speaking of not killing people, but prison in general. Everybody out here who's got a television in the last maybe 20 years or so, and some type of cable for North American networks.
Yeah.
That 70s show was very near and dear to our hearts.
That was a big show.
Yes, and as I said to Zane, we are now anticipating that 70s show for 2070 for our boy Danny Masterson. I said our boy, but I don't claim that. I just meant
not affiliated.
Got it.
Not a sponsor.
Not a sponsor. Not a guest on the show.
Yeah.
This man has found himself in deep waters.
The deepest.
And has lost his case, allegedly. Now, okay, I had something when you texted me this.
Yes.
There's something about the word itself where you're not supposed to say it, apparently. As podcasters, apparently I'm supposed to follow this guideline.
Okay, I'm with you. I've been noticing that a lot.
And I really hate the alternative to this, so I'm not even going to say the alternative, but we all know what he's up against.
I think we could come up with something, right? Yeah.
Sure.
It's the. I think the word they want to use sounds worse. It sounds like an actual thing.
The EPAR of two women, unfortunately, and this man caught 30. The judge showed him no mercy, which is pretty crazy to see for a celebrity standpoint. Not to say he was the biggest celebrity, but I thought being who he was on that 70 show alone had enough clout to get a slap on the wrist as most of these people have.
You thought he would have got off.
I thought for sure.
I'm noticing these guys.
He checks off all the boxes,
you
bro.
know when I realize, but he also checks out all of the boxes.
Now it's, I think, 2023. I think the script finally
I'm
flipped.
noticing, even with Screech.
Yeah.
Screech was in Scotia somewhere and he stabbed some dude or choked out some dude.
Oh, they didn't play about that.
There was there's a lot of your childhood or just your your early years TV stars.
Never meet your heroes,
That
folks.
just usually, that's a creepy thing, man. That's just usually, they got their own demons too.
Facts.
And to be charged for these kind of abuse towards women on this level, and apparently there was ties to Scientology because he's predominant in Scientology.
That I didn't know till you were saying just off air. I did not know that.
And if y'all don't know, I don't care. I'm gonna say it. Scientology will get your back when you do the nasty shit.
They'll hold you down.
They'll hold you down.
They will.
They'll hide. They'll cover the bloody weapon, and they'll put.
They do. They put in quite a bit of work.
So
for theirs.
they will put in a lot of work just to keep him kind of sanctified and keep him out of the light. But justice will prevail.
Yes.
And you do nasty shit like this, you deserve nasty time. Maybe even nastier.
I can't picture him in prison.
I'm mad because
I can't
one,
picture
I never found him funny. Anyway, I was good that I didn't like him.
Oh, you didn't like
right?
his character?
Yeah,
oh, okay.
yeah.
That's fine. That's
There was
fine.
this also, I remember Demi Lovato also said like Fez wasn't that nice to her in her relationship too. So maybe there's a thing here.
Yeah,
but,
possible.
yeah,
they were together?
in real life.
No way.
Yeah. So that's
Holy
why
shit, I did not
think
know
she was
that.
trying to really say a lot of her spiral came from him.
Damn.
And then she started wearing checker shirts and mullets and stuff. And then
In mullets.
yeah, she became very flip floppy, right? And after a while, you're like, okay, that's
Oh
you.
my God.
You okay being a flip flopper?
Okay.
Yeah, you okay being a flip flopper? So to him, bro, you go to jail.
Yeah, you ain't coming out for a minute.
And I'm always impressed with the walk to court with the girl in hand.
The victim.
No, the wifey.
Ooh.
You know that move, even dude from was it Headley? That guy with all those nasty sexual charges and stuff.
The wife stands by.
When he shows up in court, which looks cool and all, but then now you're like,
yeah, what was that all about,
right?
right?
Yeah, well, I'm not sure she's in the church too. She probably has to be.
Damn.
Right?
The Me Too movement has.
Are we gonna, Craig? You want to infiltrate the Church of Scientology?
Hell no.
Let me know if you listen.
There was somebody that infiltrated the Church of Scientology in Toronto. They drove that shit right through. You remember that?
My Fridays
That
are
shit's
free.
still under construction. This guy said my Fridays are free.
I'm just saying we can get it done. Okay.
L. Ron Hubbard.
Yeah. All right.
Whatever his name is.
Yeah. It's crazy.
No, South Park ruined that for me. We got. We got up here about Starfield. That's the game, right?
Yeah.
I'm so bad. I'm so behind on video games right now, bro.
Guys, if you don't know,
I saw the Madden review with fucking
Craig
Angry Joe.
Is a
fiend.
A hermit.
A fiend.
Craig comes out of the mountains. Craig works hard. Craig
I have no social media people. I didn't even know how we were doing till Zane talked to me today. He's like, listen.
Yes. Okay. Fine. That's it. That's it.
That's out of the bag.
That's it. Listen, I love you too. That's it.
I checked the analytics, Craig. It's not good.
It's a hard talk.
It's not good.
But I'm happy we had the talk.
We got to fix this shit.
Yeah.
That's why there's shit on this wall right now for you to read. Get your shit together.
Craig didn't even know I could read.
Yo.
Craig didn't even know I could read.
Sometimes being organic does not have all the positives. Sometimes there are repercussions for going off the fly.
It's a lot of lust in this. We're just steamy, just a lot of passion, right?
We want the derpiest, most out there viewers.
Yeah, and you know what?
Yo, woke viewers, listen, thank you.
Craig,
but
the ones that stay, this is why we do it. You gotta understand, this is the most exclusive show on the world right now.
Y'all are sleeping. Like, that's why it's the Hidden Six. At the end of the day,
the most exclusive show on
the end of the day, y'all can dick ride all you want, but you gonna come back.
The top 5%, they're literally that.
We'll even plug. Yo, listen here, weekly creep. No.
No, I don't know if they shout us out. Yo,
they
listen,
still be going. No,
Adam,
they don't shut us out.
Adam be going because
Adam, listen. If you hear this, your show is doing great.
Me and him has talked about stuff that he would.
They're
post something,
doing very well.
And I'm like, yeah, I remember this one.
I
whatever,
appreciate the hustle of our fellow.
He looks great on camera though.
You see him now?
Camera work.
He does. I'm gonna agree first, but he's got long ass hair now. Shit, bro.
The time has told, right? Speaking of time has told, we'll get to Starfield, but I really want to get this off my chest.
Go.
The human Werther's. You know Werther's the candy?
Yes.
Mitch McConnell.
Go on. Does he taste like toffee though?
I've been coming up. I've been thinking of ways to say it. Now this new segment I'm going to do is called Go Home. Right? We try to be fair here.
It's like it's a rap, but like we're calling it Go Home.
We're doing this because we love you, because we care.
Is it like go home, you're drunk? Is that the saying? Or is it like
go home, you've
done enough?
You're having micro seizures and micro
like you don't need to be here right now, bro.
In real
like
time.
It's okay, go home.
Yes.
Like we got this.
If I ask you where all this money's coming from for the war effort, but you can't do stuff here, you could tell me, don't watch that.
You say go home.
I have to tell you.
You're done.
It's time to go home.
Okay.
If I'm asking you a question and you blank out for 20, 30 seconds.
That's probably gonna.
Someone has to jump out of a box and whisper, "Did you hear what they said about the weather there, Mitch?" And then he comes back and another dude's like, "I could touch him as the physician, but he might implode."
Yes. That's time to go home.
It's time for you to go home.
Facts.
Lo and behold, Craig, I got hit with more news. Mitch McConnell is running for re-election for 2020.
Of course. You got to double down on your bullshit, Zane. That's what we do. We're like 100 and how many is that? 104 episodes in if we double down on our bullshit.
People ask, why do you care about American politics? And I said, you know what? These events in their little microcosms do shape the world.
They affect us, especially in Canada.
It's going to affect why I'm not in certain places.
Facts.
You know what I mean?
Facts.
And when you
and it just like makes shit okay.
Yeah, and it
sets a standard that you're like, I didn't ask for this.
What did your doctor say?
Yeah.
Your doctor said I'm straight. We're like, we don't mean upright, sir. We mean like with you blanking out. And you know the problem is? He's so fucking saucy. He's so spicy. When you're trying to, like, bro, we're worried about you.
You think it's not an intervention for Mitch McConnell? No.
Okay, good. So there's no intervention for Mitch McConnell.
I don't think so.
Guys, do what you need to do.
Is he oblivious though? Would you say that?
No.
Is he oblivious to what he's doing?
No.
Then no, there's no intervention.
Well,
no. You have
could
to
you
be
imagine
oblivious.
if they went? Okay, so here's the meeting. Mitch, we need to talk about these events because it's all about the wording, right? They can't say episodes.
True.
Episodes are more traumatic.
That's true.
Right? Yeah. It has to be, events.
Zane knows how to put a good
right?
intervention together.
Yeah. So these events that have been occurring.
Yes.
Now, lo and behold, Mitch doesn't know these things have been happening.
This man is a sociopath. Yeah. He is blind to every the chaos he's left behind. He's like, what?
You're telling me I blank out for 30 seconds and I don't know, and you guys. I'm feeling great.
He's like your boy at the party type thing, yo.
Go home. Yes. Go home.
Yeah,
go home.
Mm-hmm.
It's like Michael Rockefeller. I'm giving Craig the deepest of dives here.
Yeah, this man gave me some. This man dropped a bomb on me with that.
Michael Rockefeller, if you guys know the Rockefeller family, like the name, the big.
Rockefeller,
big money guys, right? So.
Shout out to Hope.
Way back then, we're talking way back maybe in the early
50s, 40s,
40s,
I want to say it was
40s, 50s. Yeah.
Well, what you're going with it was something about the war.
Yeah, there wasn't color in the documentary, so we're going with that, right? He was one of those, one of those rich boys that are like, yo, I don't want to do the rich thing.
Yeah, he was a rebel.
Yes.
Way back when.
Yeah, like I want to go.
But not like I'm gonna go fight for the South rebel.
Not cocaine rebel either.
It
was more like I'm gonna go and just be in the wilds, right? He traveled to certain countries.
He exiled
and
himself.
Yes, and hanged out with certain native tribes and stuff. Got to know them, and it became his thing. He became a photographer, and he just, that was his life. He would oftentimes send back arts to his family, and then they would set up an exhibit for it, right? He came across a tribe where he wanted their totems. I say that because totem is the most recognizable word within the Western culture.
Correct.
Right? Within any native culture here, you understand the totem. It's any erect sculpture made of wood where you would have either your deities, your calendar, or your warriors on them, whatever it might be, right? So these totems had their warriors on them. These tribes are small, so it's probably your brothers, your uncles,
someone very close to you, something very personal.
These guys were legends.
And these were not people to put in any other spotlight than like fallen hero. This was it. There, They don't want you to give a shit about them.
Don't even look at that. Yeah. That doesn't bother you.
Leave us be.
Leave it be.
Because it was it was not about us. It was something higher up.
Right?
Yeah, it was the higher power for sure.
Them respecting their soldiers, therefore respecting their gods.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
So these totems will be in and throughout the forest. and we're on the beach, like just little creek sides or just around, you know.
And this
So it was,
motherfucker
like, cool.
stumbles upon the island.
He stumbled upon the people, and then he started trading with them and stuff. And so he asked
I
them
love
to
how
get them home.
my bad. No,
No,
you got
please
this. No.
no.
But
I
love
want
how
you to
he's like
say it.
the exiled rich boy, and he's just like, I'm gonna do my own thing, but yet he still like
An
seems so
exiled rich boy.
supported. You know what I mean? Like
Still on his colonial shit.
facts.
You gotta love it, bro.
Facts. His observation tower from
Can't-
he's got the
yeah.
fucking monocle on.
And
Like
it's so funny because he did with the glasses. You could picture those
Yo.
glasses, big wiry glasses.
without even
right?
know, I already know.
So the story goes that Michael came across these guys, and he worked up a pseudo relationship with them, but then he ended up having a little
He
falling out.
infiltrated.
Right? Yeah, they gave him a couple items, but then he started getting a little more greedy, more pushy, right? So he started pushing to get the totems.
That's
He's like, yo, I
bad.
want one of these. And they're like, no,
Yes.
You can't.
Simply no.
just simply no.
Respectfully no.
And it was a kind of no where we're not going to explain to you why.
Just no.
No, end of discussion.
Yeah.
No. Michael's like, yeah, whatever. He left and he came back and he brought more stuff to trade with. So that's probably working better in his favor.
Right.
Right? Because whatever they can find, right?
Right.
Because you really want these totems. On his way there, he got shipwrecked. His one of his buddies drowned, and he tied floating devices to himself.
So he
Plastic bottle,
survived. That's how.
and swam to shore because it was like they had to between the couple of guys.
He
they
had
to
two
choose,
suits.
They had to choose to jump off.
Yeah.
You're like in the middle of Papua New Guinea. Where are you
Right.
getting help to come? and do this,
Right.
Granted, other boat upturned.
I mean, he is the
right?
rich
He's-
exiled kid. So
Tony Stark, eh?
this guy got his
So-
Louis V fucking life jacket on. He's like, well,
He leaves.
this is my stop.
So there's three of them. He swims to shore for us. The second guy, after they're like 5 kilometers from shore,
Gets washed away.
jumps off
Okay.
and tells the dude that can't swim to stay
No.
on the
Oh, that would be
upturned
me.
boat.
I'd be the third guy who can't swim.
You're staying on the
Real
boat.
shit. I gotta
right?
stay on the boat. 5
Um,
kilometers.
Right? What
What?
happens? There were some guys before that got off the boat before that.
Yeah.
They got help
Wait,
somehow.
They were swimming.
there was like 5 of them in total, right? They got
Couldn't
help,
Imagine
right?
this, bro.
So when they
would-
got help,
Not have made it to this era.
they sent a chopper out to find them.
Yeah.
Found the kid in the upturned boat.
Oh shit.
And the upturned boat says, hey, the Rockefeller kid's not here. Everybody lost their shit. That's like losing Elon Musk.
They
and
left
Bill
him there.
Gates.
They didn't even
Yeah,
rescue
they
him. They're
were
like,
like-
oh, peace.
they were like-
we're not paid for this shit.
But they're like, we have to find him. They can't go back without him
But they
now.
can't bring the best
These
friend.
people are the rule of the free world at this
They
point.
cut on this
In the
man.
world, in the world economic
Like,
setting,
well, good
right?
luck over your overturned
Right?
boat.
Let's find a new heir, right? So while that search is happening, this is story time. If you guys didn't know, in our bio on our feed, we do tell stories here. Floats in.
He made it, though.
A ravine. What happens is the tribesmen were in their boats.
So they pick him up. They fish him out.
They were almost like going through their day,
Yeah.
and he just happened.
He just so crossed their path.
So he says they saw him and they were like, yo, they were saying like, yo, there's something in the water.
Yeah.
And they came over and they were telling like, oh, it's a white man.
It's a white boy.
Yeah, right. So because they know, right? And then they realize, oh, it's the white man. And they look at each other and he said they nod. And what happens was they look, the other chiefs looked at each other.
To give like
And they're
approval.
like, are we doing this? They're
Right.
like, yeah.
Right.
They pulled him in the boat.
Damn.
And he's like, yes.
He's like, yo,
He's like,
salvation.
yeah. He's like, then they started rowing.
I can't wait to pillage
Yeah.
you.
Wait till I give you guys chicken pox.
Yeah.
So they
Take this blanket.
They my skin's itching me
shit,
now.
bro. That was it felt so bad saying it, but it felt so right.
Homeboys, so they started rowing, and I guess they're probably like on like a hunt or something.
He's like, yo, do you have anyone else? He's like,
No,
nah,
we're going.
firewood.
Yeah, we're still on there. You gotta love it, right? Because they're not. He's like, yo, let's go
He's
get
like,
help.
fuck them guys.
He's like, yo, can we go get help? They're like, no, we're doing whatever we're supposed to do. We still
Yo,
have
we're
our
fishing
day.
out here, bro.
We're
We
on
hungry.
The clock. We're on the clock. Loincloth, bro. What the fuck? I ain't got no sunscreen. Sun's hot.
Yo.
So they were like chanting and they were blowing their horns and stuff.
Yeah.
And homeboy said one of the guys looked at him and take a spear and stabs him with the spear.
Oh, just to see if he's about it.
And then he stabs him again. And
Oh,
he's like, ah.
fuck.
And then homeboy said,
All right, he's good.
he good.
So he's the crazy white boy that's got to do
and
some
then
shit.
they got to shore. And then I'm stopping the story here because I'm going to go back to what happened.
Okay.
We're going to jump back. The family's now searching for him.
Right.
They spend millions of dollars. They went there and set up like search campaigns.
Wow.
Like pretty much lived
And there's
there,
a lot of islands in this area.
right?
You got to think
where
like
you have
there's
photos and videos
lots
of
of
them like at
spots.
the airport setting up like man
And it's all these uncontacted tribes who are like, they're showing the photo. They're like, have you seen it? He's
like bones in there, and they're like,
dog, what?
no dart.
Half of them just wasted on shore.
Lunch just arrived.
Facts.
What happens was a couple of people went to document this stuff, and some guys went and just took like random videos of like, the surroundings.
Yeah.
And they never looked it up. People who investigated years later found out that they went through the video and they found some footage of people like they saw one of like they zoomed in and it was a tribe rowing out into the sea.
Okay.
Like a war party.
So they didn't take that in the first part.
They missed that out. They did like a dude went there on the money.
Oh,
and
fuck.
didn't really do like just like we didn't find him.
Right.
They found.
I took some sick shots though.
Yeah, got some dope shots. I didn't even look through the dope shots.
You know what I mean?
Other crew looked through the shots. They found photos of a white man on a tribe boat rowing, loincloth out, G-string up, going like he's one of them. I saw the photo. I love that shit.
Yeah.
Because that to me was like the pinnacle of like adaptation.
That's pretty ill.
Right? That he's one
especially
of them
coming
now.
from like that wealthy of a family and shit to
Right?
actually like really make it. Like there's no better like diss to your rich dad than like
I'm an actor, I'm
loincloth.
an artist, mom.
That's like the top of the top. You could not beat that.
Turns out that wasn't him. That was some other white dude that just decided to just
A next man who washed
A
up
next
on
man
shore.
on road.
So
David
it wasn't
went-
the first, basically.
It wasn't the first. I think that guy's coach.
So he was the realist, though, is what you're saying.
He's the
because
realist.
if it wasn't for him,
Joe Blow
this
was
man
the
wouldn't have
realist.
got pulled on the boat.
Right? He
They would have
wouldn't.
just speared this guy right in the water.
So what happens after they found out that guy wasn't the guy?
Yeah.
Years later, they decided that he's missing.
So they just called off the search
You
at
had
that point.
multiple film crews going and investigating.
Yeah.
And the last guy that went found a tribe, hang out with them for months,
And
got the chiefs to confess of if they know if the guy is
whereabouts.
if he's around.
Oh, shit.
And the chief's like, yeah, we know him. And they're like, yo, we can't tell you what happened because you guys are gonna kill us.
Oh, Jesus.
Or we have to kill you.
Okay.
If you tell anybody.
The literal definition
Right,
of if I
because
told
think
you,
about
I'd
if
have
the
to kill you.
Rockefellers know what happened.
Yes.
Right?
They
So
sent a fucking hit squad ASAP.
napalm the village. So apparently they told the guy that after they pulled him out of the boat and they took him to shore, they were like, they remembered when he came and asked for the totems the first time, and they were so insulted, they agreed that they would kill him as a offering to their gods for the disrespect of him offering to
And
buy
cross
it.
the line.
So they took him into the forest and disemboweled him and separated his bodies. And his
Super
parts.
peacefully, I'm sure.
They did it just like you would.
Super humane.
Yeah. You know, it's funny when we see it, we're like, ew.
Super humane.
But they're like,
It's like,
yo,
what, I hit his head
don't
with
let
a
it touch the
rock, like-
ground. Put the kidney. Don't let the kidney touch the lungs, bro.
Let him hit the
Separate it.
leaves, bro.
Yeah. And they ate him, and the three chiefs ate his head, ate his brains.
Damn.
And they all packed his
That's how this man went out.
graphic warning every day. They all packed his body back in pouches like it's meat.
Oh, my.
And they went back to the village, and that's the
Like, we have a
story.
white boy. It's okay.
Yeah, there's a book.
We have a
on it
token
too.
white boy.
Yeah, look it
God
up, guys.
damn,
That's
bro.
a story of Michael Rockefeller, man.
That's a
It's
tragedy, fam. I wanted him to win as you went through the story.
I wanted him to win, but
You
once
really
I
did.
heard the disrespect,
Yeah.
soon as I heard
It was
they were
the
saying
inner
the
rich
tribes,
boy.
they weren't happy
was the
because the
inner rich
reason why
boy.
they laughed when they picked him up,
Yeah.
because they were like, "What are the odds?
Right.
This guy
Right.
showed up."
But there was no let's hold him for ransom. There
this was
no
the lottery for them because they
Facts.
made a path between the three of them.
Yeah.
If we see this dude, I'm gonna get him
Yeah.
because he insulted us.
But
right?
sure enough,
But they were laughing, and they were laughing at
bro.
like, can you believe the odds
fucking idiot
of this
just
dude
washed
just
up right
washing
here?
up in front of us?
yo, we're
and
out
he's-
here hunting for fucking
What?
pike
we
and
found
shit.
pike. We found Parker.
And we had a bountiful feast that night. Damn,
yes,
son.
Craig. So there's a book. I can't remember. Oh my god, I can't remember the book on it.
I
right now,
think
but
there's
if you look up the
so
name,
many little factors into that,
Rockefeller,
and
right?
I'm like,
I'm always, because I think I bumped into it. I was looking at rich families and how they came across them, how they came across the money.
yeah.
And I think what I was telling you, it
This
wasn't-
guy's like funding the gang, basically. like,
Yeah, I think I found out with like I told you with their
Shit.
one family they got all their riches from when Napoleon won the war.
Yes.
They were responsible for delivering the message.
So essentially, you delayed the message.
They delayed the message to
which
buy
allowed them to
more
buy
stocks,
bonds. Yeah.
bonds because shit was terrible because it was wartime.
The economy's all fucked up.
Yeah,
so
so-
you're capitalizing off of when you
Right.
finally say
Insider trading at the highest
That's
degree.
crazy,
So they did that. Not the Rockefellers. I think was it the Rothschilds?
that would be
It
yeah,
was
it's
one-
possible.
It was one of the
possible.
big families. Y'all don't come get me, please.
Yeah.
If you did, that mean we made it.
Could you imagine?
If Craig's like, I haven't heard from Zane.
Yo,
Would you be terrified? Like, I didn't say anything.
all we did was episode 52, and I don't know
Yeah.
what happened.
So yeah, when Napoleon won when the war with Napoleon, they delayed it
Okay,
so they can buy more bonds and stuff like more assets and
before
then
they broke the news.
And then they broke the news. So when the news come out, the markets got back to normal. And by that time, they're already on top. Just like BlackRock and all these big companies right now
I wish,
owning probably like over 60% of like the housing markets in the States.
bro. Mm-hmm.
Land is the new thing. I don't know what's going on. Maybe back to what I said episode, if you guys listen to episode The Great Reset. That's why Bill Gates buying up all these lands. A lot of
Yeah, a lot of
companies
people
buying
doing
up
that.
all these lands.
Ontario's on some fuckery, bro. They were about the green belt.
Welcome
For
to the
y'all that
show.
don't know, sorry, excuse me. So the green belt is an area that is dedicated to farmlands. It's
Yes.
very luscious land that is dedicated to planting crops
Yes.
and sustaining based on that.
You live here, you will drive through it at some point because it's not like one fixed location.
Yeah,
right?
and it ain't
Yeah.
like driving through some wonderland. Like
Yeah.
it's straight up just acres of land
Yeah.
to farm your crops on. No, we needed houses there.
Yeah.
But all of a sudden we didn't.
Yes.
And then we did.
What Craig's alluding to is that our government officials have done some backdoor deals. Allegedly, no, it was confirmed
It was confirmed.
that they were doing some scamming with the big time. So, as everybody know, in North America, the continent, we're talking Canada and the U.S., there's a big housing shortage.
Yes.
There's a big drug shortage, a
Yes.
big drug problem.
There
There's
is
a big
too.
homeless
Give me drugs, please.
problem or the unhoused. We don't get the semantics with the words, guys, where people, we don't have to connect drugs with homelessness. Homelessness is a disease unto its own.
Yep, correct.
And so we're always saying the government should be able to build more affordable housing to get all the immigrants we're bringing into the country to help them get into a program, to help the people that are already here that are willing to get in a house,
Yeah.
to make things better for them.
Yeah.
But no, they're not going to do that. They're going to invite the big, what's his name, Mr. X? Some dude named, that's his name in the newspaper. Imagine, you're so big, the government's getting shit, but you can't. Cause
You're
they
still
name
like
you Mr.
name
X,
redacted. Like
right? So Mr. X.
he's
Mr.
super snitching.
Yeah, redacted.
Mr. X is like, I don't know what the fuck y'all
It's
talking
like,
about.
yo, listen,
My boy Dougie hit me up.
yeah,
He
why
said,
build
yo,
projects
for the
when
late
you can
Rob.
build 2 mega mansions here?
bro,
And now nobody wants to resign.
I just want an opportunity to be corrupt. Me and Zane, look, Hidden
We talked
Six
about
corrupt
this
as
today.
fuck, we would be balling.
Craig, but so being corrupt and selling out is 2 different things. I gotta get that.
It
correct,
is
right?
correct.
What's worse?
Selling out.
Selling out.
Yeah. Selling out's worse, bro. Because being corrupt, you're in it. You're thick. You're in the thick of it, and then like at the end of the day, you accept what comes to you. But selling out is like you're like immune to what happened. You're just like this
It's
like little
snitching
blurb.
on another level.
Kind of. You're like this little blurb on the side of the main story. Whereas like when you're fully in the thick of it and you like,
Craig, I want to sell out at some
I want to
point,
corporate
though. I
thug it
wouldn't mind-
out. I want to corporate thug it out. Give me an opportunity, somebody, please. Just let me fuck up y'all stocks and
So
bonds
you
one
ju-
time.
Nah, you can't. Nah, because jail ain't gonna be nice, Craig. I don't want you to go to jail, bro.
I'm not saying I would fare well, but I'm just saying like Conrad Black, this man was in
Yo, where is he?
he's out.
He didn't go to jail. He went to jail for like a year or some shit, right?
My point
Okay,
exactly.
okay. I got you.
You know,
You're talking like big boy,
big boy crimes.
like not even white collar. You're talking platinum. You're talking uranium collar.
100%,
crimes.
100%, like big time. Like
What are we doing? Are we? No wars.
then you sell out. When you get out, then you sell out. But you got to be in the thick of it. You got to be like thugging it out until the very end.
I heard Trump got one black guy on his crew. And
Nah.
he didn't get bail.
Yeah, of course not, right? Of
What did he
course
sound
not.
like? I think he's one of like N words for Trump or black people for Trump community.
That was still within like a political fucking grand scheme to be like, Trump's cool, right?
I'm tempted to buy one of those shirts for Halloween.
What?
I dead ass want to wear a Make America Great Again shirt or hat.
Ooh.
I don't know, just as a costume. But is that up there like a Hitler costume now?
No.
But then you do ooh.
It's pretty triggering.
All right, Kren's
it's pretty triggering.
Okay, I can't dress as Donald Trump for Christmas.
You got many options on the table
for Christmas.
I didn't even realize Halloween's coming up that soon, bro.
Yo, the year is done. It's a wrap for the year. It's a wrap for the year.
Halloween's soon.
We still got Halloween coming. I would like to do. I'm doing Halloween this year. I'm doing Halloween big this year.
It's a Tuesday.
I've noticed.
I'll warn you right now. I've already looked into it. I'm that far ahead.
The biggest. I've noticed in the past couple weeks that I've been going through some turbulent situations in my life, but my life has been more enriched.
Zane's just looking at that costume like, one day I will get to wear you. This will make up for the last 3 months.
Yeah, I don't know what it is. I don't know if
Zane's had some sick ass costumes, yo.
I don't know if I wrapped myself into a sense of comfort because I stopped stressing out about certain things, and I just realized that
fam, we ain't got no more hair to give. My boy was
like,
to the cause.
Shout out to Dead Zone. Dead Zone Ray's like, yo, if you need anything when the shit hits the fan, let me know. And I'm like I'm driving him, so I'm like, this shit's already hit the fan, Ray.
It's too late.
And he's like, damn. Talks with one or two people where I feel like either I'm evolving too fast for my body.
You're making big brain plays.
Yeah, when my thoughts are just so different, it brings me peace. Like we'll go places and people are like, are you guys high? What are you guys on? I love that. Why are you guys so nice? What are you guys? You guys drug dealers?
Something
what do you
wrong
guys
here.
Do? You guys scammers? And
they're like, looking for a reason, right?
And I think I told them, I'm like, yo, we just broke a long time ago, and us breaking helped.
Yeah.
It's crazy. It's crazy. So shout out to COVID.
As my boy Mr. Shade said, Craig, you're about to burn the barbecue down.
That was his line?
I was grilling the fuck out of those burgers, though.
Are you serious?
Man's got too heavy on the grill, bro. You know when you let it go for too long and then, like,
no, I don't.
Keeping up?
I have to be wasted.
You know when the fire's, like, ahead of you?
Were you drunk? Were you drunk?
Is that a real question?
Yeah.
Is that a real question right now?
Because it matters.
How many burgers did I grill would have been the better question.
We've done at a time
16.
We did
if you're wondering.
16
and 8 skewers of pork. Skewers.
Zane would be proud. I was proud of you on your Zane that day.
This man at the end, he's like, "Yo, turn that fucking shit off." He fucking like cranks all the fucking knobs off. I'm like, "Woo!" I'm literally like, "Woo!" as the fucking fire's just like.
Craig's staring at the fire, not the meat. Ladies and gentlemen, you've learned your lesson here.
I'll cook you a burger in 3 minutes flat. You all holler at me.
Like your burgers medium rare? You're one of those?
I don't have a preference. If I'm buying real burgers,
it has to be cooked.
I don't.
At least,
if they're fucking frozen burgers, just cook them so I can eat them. But otherwise, medium rare for sure.
Okay.
All the way through. All the way through.
Yeah, I like all the way through.
All the way through.
Picky, man.
But
I've been on this lamb tip lately.
Lamb?
Yeah,
I can't.
I went to it and I fall back.
Wait.
It's very rich. It's very, very rich.
I find it's very chewy. If it's done a certain way, I haven't eaten too many well cooked lambs.
What I think is better for me to make it less chewy.
What do you
get it make it thinner slices, like nothing more than a.
Are you like bone in or like?
Yeah, bone in's fine.
Shank, like lamb shank, all that.
Looks like steak almost, right? Like, yeah. So now you're.
Yeah, I trust your cooking. Though.
Yeah,
I trust yours for sure.
Lamb shanks,
you do justice for that shit.
With that, it's like with lamb shanks, it's good to do medium well.
Yeah,
because then
I'll take that
texture to it. Right? Yeah, it's cooked.
I'll take that.
Moist, right?
Yeah, I agree.
When you cut them, when you put it on the fire though, some rosemary, some salt on that bad boy.
It hits nice,
man. Yeah, you don't want to eat it with anything.
It hits.
It's like the ultimate finger food. It tastes nice. It has a certain creaminess to it. Yeah, man. Oh my goodness, Craig.
Man,
it's run through it real quick without giving any spoilers.
What? The man just said 1,000 episodes, and he's like, "Yeah, no spoilers. Don't worry."
Because
something late.
What they're doing with the episode of One Piece is where 1 or 2 episodes can cover an arc and a half.
Okay.
You understand what I'm saying? The growth and the characters, the bad guys. They put bad guys and they move the bad guys around where
you feel like this is the
sooner. They show up way sooner and they're way more active. The scenes concluded with them real quick. Where in the manga and the anime, it was maybe like 25, 30 episodes.
Really?
And in the show,
That's the build-up?
that's the build-up, world building. Because with One Piece, it's a pirate show about its adventures, right?
Yeah.
So you go to a place, you see the town, you learn their demographic, you learn their vibe, what's their issue.
Okay.
If it's a villain or a posse running through, it's like an
This
old
guy
western.
said fucking no spoilers. This is 1,000 episodes in,
No.
y'all. Y'all better start watching. I don't watch it.
Right, but what I'm saying is that for live actions, besides Kenshin, which is besides Kenshin for anime heads, they know what that is. This is probably the best live anime adaptation we've had to this point. You remember Dragon Ball Z? Of course you don't. See? Okay, good. Cowboy Bebop was terrible.
I'm trying to stay quiet right now.
Death Note was terrible.
What?
One Piece, yeah, it's really, really good. Once you get
There was a
part-
manga for that?
Yes, they're
Okay.
all based on mangas.
You know
before.
what? This
Yeah.
is your territory.
This
You
is
go.
This is my.
I did one
Scientology.
escape room drunk as fuck on Death Note, and I was like, shit.
It's with Death Note. It's wordplay. It's all in wordplay.
I'll tell you right now.
Yeah,
If you move the bookcase, there's a briefcase behind it.
that's actually side note. There was a chick that had a IQ of 102, and she met the author of Death Note, and she made him
What?
sign a book.
Yes.
And then he signed it. He made a nice doodle, and he was like, "Yeah, that's cool." And when he closed it, it was a Death Note.
No.
And he just looked at her.
102 IQ, and she just like played him like that.
200 IQ.
Oh, okay,
Yeah,
okay.
200 IQ.
Goddamn.
Yeah, where she was, and he
like,
closed the book and he realized the book says Death Note. So you just wrote your name to your own death. But besides that, I'm saying that the casting is great. Zora's my favorite. Nami's cool. We'll see how we deal with the glow up, if you know what I mean, over time, because certain things anime gets wonky,
Yeah.
and funny and zany. Devil fruits, can get really weird. What I see here, they're probably gonna cut out a lot of the city data fruit, like the jacket fruit. He turns you into.
They don't want none of that?
They have it, but
They're trimming the fat.
they're gonna trim the fat.
Just a little
yeah,
bit.
you're
They're
not
like, you
gonna
know what? We laid on a little heavy
they're
with this.
only showing you the characters that mean something to the main series. That's what I gather.
Okay.
You're seeing all the hot boys right now. You're seeing everybody that means something right now and who plays a bigger role, even in the series later on, where I'm at reading the manga.
Yeah.
At chapter.
Oh, 'cause, you have to wait for it to catch up.
1093, I think I'm at right now.
That sucks, man. I don't know I was going to say you guys, but I don't know how people do that to themselves where like the manga's ahead of manga.
The manga is
It's ahead of the actual
anime.
show, right?
Yeah,
Like,
by a couple episodes.
I
But
couldn't do that.
they
This
do-
man, you sent me Mad One Punch, and I was like, it's sick. But at
Greg's
the same
like,
time,
what is this?
I'm like,
What-
when's the English dub? When is the English dub coming out?
One Punch manga is so lit right now, bro.
I'd imagine.
It's getting more. It's
Where's
getting,
my English dub? I
it's getting
need
so
that.
Deep. It's getting so deep.
Yo, I
It's
need
getting
that, bro.
Like serious thing. Like
Genos
it's
is
getting like
fucking
Game of
like
Thrones
Genos
now.
got like a fucking tactical nuke on his fucking back
Should I
now.
spoil this?
Go ahead.
He quit.
What?
Yeah.
He's no S tier, no nothing.
No, he joined. There's a new group. Spoiler alert.
How?
called
There's a new group?
The Neo Heroes, because the Hero Association, they've been scamming. They've been using heroes to fight against monsters and making bets.
Who's
with
the
the
top
rich
one?
people.
My bad. Who's the top one right now?
King.
Okay, and he's legit.
No, Blast is number one.
Who's the one who's not legit? My bad. Who's the
King.
one? King is.
The guy in the checkered shirt with the scarf.
Okay.
But the
Blast
the
is number
theme,
one. Okay.
The rumor
the
is the
S
vibe he
tier.
gives you. He just stares you into.
You
You get
defeat-
anxiety from
defeat-
watching him.
The fuck?
He gives
Like, yo,
everybody around him
That Tom
anxiety.
Ford right there?
But he's freaking out more than you.
Man.
That's because they're like, oh, you can hear the King engine revving.
So
people literally hear, they're like, it sounds like a jet engine.
Where was
But it's his heart because he's freaking
he's
out.
fucked up. Where was Genos before that on the ranking?
On the level,
Yeah.
you
Like
remember
5?
Genos, I can't give you the ranking of his
Okay.
number, but he
But he was
moving
S,
up.
obviously.
He's
so.
moving up. He's probably in top 10
Mad
now
close.
ranking, right?
But he dipped?
So he
Fuck.
knows Saitama's true power.
Okay.
He knows that. But he still's like, I want to be like you.
Right.
And he realized,
It's a constant pursuit to
yeah,
be
so
better.
now we see that he's on the level Saitama was when they just met,
Yes.
which is good enough,
That's it?
right? But
He just got there?
oh my God. Boy,
So
you
he
remember,
dipped. He's like,
Saitama
you know
was
what?
One Punch Man.
He's like,
from
I can't. He's
so
like,
he went
yo,
to the Neo.
fuck this shit.
There's a new association now with other heroes now.
What?
So you're gonna have a new group.
But the villains association stays the same.
There's no villain association. The hero association now is kind of the villain association.
Man.
It's getting deep.
Where's that
I
bitch
love
that
how
moves
there's
shit with her
only
mind?
listen. The one person that's listening, this is the most exclusive podcast right now.
Facts.
This is just for you. Sit back, relax, and enjoy. Because One Punch Man is great shit. Jujutsu Kaisen's great. I'm watching the fight between I can't say that right now. Gojo is another Saitama. Jujutsu Kaisen is another anime. There's another guy. Because you know they're creating the new trend now is to create a character, the main MC.
Okay.
OP.
You have to.
It just gives him a little bit a minute, like a couple seconds.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm watching the trend with Slime Hero. Reborn. Reborn.
These are new ones?
Reincarnated. They're kind of
New-ish?
old. They're called Isekai. Isekai is like reincarnated anime or stories where Craig got hit by a truck. He wakes up. He's a demon lord.
All of a sudden he
and now he's like, yo, I run a kingdom. I was just working in FedEx. And now I gotta I have servants and stuff and I have to be Yeah, you gotta be. So a lot of those, and majority of the time, these characters are overpowered instead of certain animes and mangas like My Hero Academia, where the villains just seem really far-reaching in regards to their abilities.
Okay.
And we're always on our hands and knees.
My
Hero's
been
taking some L. They're slowly starting to bump up in regards to the manga.
Yeah.
It's been kind of shaky.
Okay.
Where I'm not a fan of the story. It's just falling apart a little bit. They're now getting back into it. RIP everybody else. But
damn, bro.
Sorry, Craig. Craig, I'm here to give you the updates and everything that's going on.
I'm cool with it. I'm
I'll
all
tell
right.
you about Starfield next time.
I'm on episode whatever of Pretty Little Liars. You can
Are you
catch
serious?
me there right
Are you
now.
dead ass?
Yeah.
You invested.
I'm invested.
Who's your character?
I don't know.
You're just I've been told to like
I'll
it.
go ask the wifey right now and I'll get back to you.
Next episode, we're gonna give you guys a full exclusive review of Pretty Little Liars.
Yeah.
I hope that's not dated. Is it up to date?
I don't know.
Craig can tell you. Pretty Little Liars from 1996.
Please.
This is a 86
If you're
podcast.
out there.
Peace.
Peace.